you see me with my driver's license?
That's a
Do you
credit
not?
card.
Oh, it's a credit card. Well, you got eyes, so you can see yourself in the.
Most people don't realize this, but your own words are the easiest way to lose a case. I've seen people ruin their lives in under 1 minute just because they didn't know what not to say to a cop. And here's the scary part. The police don't even need to trick you. They just let you talk. One slip, one little phrase, and boom, it's on record, it's evidence, and it will be used against you. So in this video, I'm breaking down the 5 things you should never say to a cop. Not just a quick list, I'm going to show you the real cases, the real mistakes, and how to protect yourself if it ever happens to you. Stick with me, because number 5, that one mistake can send an innocent person straight into a courtroom nightmare.
Point 1, don't admit guilt. All right, let's start with the biggest mistake people make when talking to police: admitting guilt. You might think you're being honest or polite, but here's the truth. Any admission can be used against you in court. Think about it. You're pulled over, maybe nervous, maybe scared. The officer asks, "Do you know how fast you were going?" And you say something like, maybe 65, or, "Yeah, I guess I was speeding a little." Boom. Just like that, you've admitted to breaking the law. Doesn't matter if it's a small thing, doesn't matter if it's true. That one sentence is evidence. Prosecutors will replay it, dash cams record it, and it becomes part of the official report. Here's a real-life example. I once had a client pulled over for a minor traffic violation. He wanted to be polite, so he said, "Yeah, I was speeding, sorry." No crash, no injuries, just speeding. But that tiny admission, it doubled his fines and added points to his license, and he didn't even realize it. The law protects you for a reason. Your right to remain silent isn't just a line in a movie, it's a shield. Silence cannot be used against you. Your words can. So the golden rule here: don't explain, don't justify, and never admit guilt. If you're unsure, simply say, "I'd like to remain silent until I speak with a lawyer." Short, legal, bulletproof. And let me tell you, cops are trained to get you talking. They're friendly, reassuring, even joking sometimes. But that's exactly the trap. Don't take it. Your words are powerful, and in the wrong hands, they can destroy your case.
Point 2, don't guess or lie. Now, let's talk about a mistake almost everyone makes: guessing or lying to the police. Here's the deal. When an officer asks a question, your gut reaction is often to answer. Do you know how fast you were going? Or where were you coming from? Even if you don't know the exact answer, your brain wants to fill the gap. You might say, maybe 70? Or, I think I was at the store. Guessing is dangerous. That little estimate, it can be treated as an admission. And if it's wrong or contradicts other evidence, you've just given them a reason to doubt you. Lying is even worse. A tiny false statement can destroy your credibility in court. I've seen cases where the defendant thought, "It's just a small lie, no big deal." The police proved it false, and suddenly everything they said after that is questioned. You lose your credibility, and credibility is everything in a courtroom. Here's a story. A man was pulled over for a traffic stop. He wasn't sure if he had rolled through a stop sign. The officer asked him directly, and he guessed, "No, I didn't." Dash cam footage showed otherwise. That one guess, it escalated a minor ticket into a full legal headache. The lawyer tip here is simple. If you don't know, don't guess. If you don't want to answer, don't lie. The safest words to use: "I would like to remain silent until I speak with my attorney." Short, clear, legal, it protects you, keeps your credibility intact, and prevents you from digging yourself into a hole. Remember, police are trained interrogators. They know how to make you guess, second guess, and sometimes lie without even realizing it. Don't fall for it. Protect your words, protect yourself.
Point 3, don't consent blindly. All right, now we're getting into one of the most dangerous mistakes people make, saying, "Sure, go ahead, search my car." Here's the problem. Unless a police officer has a warrant or probable cause, you do not have to consent to a search. Most people think, if I've got nothing to hide, why not? Let me tell you, that thinking is exactly what gets innocent people into legal trouble. Once you give permission, anything they find, even unrelated to what they're looking for, can be used against you, and you can't take it back. Real case example. A driver in Florida was pulled over for a minor traffic stop. He said, "Go ahead, search my car." Police found an empty prescription bottle, which seemed harmless. But that one consent opened the door for a months-long drug investigation. He wasn't guilty of anything, but it cost him time, money, and stress, all because he consented without thinking. Even if you believe you have nothing to hide, remember this. Protecting your rights isn't about guilt, it's about strategy. Once you hand over permission, you've lost control of the situation. So what should you say instead? Here's the golden line. I do not consent to any searches. Say it calmly, respectfully, and repeat it if necessary. Be firm. You're asserting a legal right, not arguing. Pro tip. Officers might try psychological tricks to get you to say yes. Friendly smiles, jokes, even phrases like, "We're just doing our job, sir." Don't fall for it. Protect your space, protect your vehicle, and protect yourself.
Point 4. Don't be disrespectful. Now, let's talk about a mistake almost everyone thinks is harmless: being disrespectful or combative with a police officer. Here's the truth. Saying things like, "You can't do anything to me," or "I know my rights, idiot," might make you feel strong in the moment, but it's the fastest way to make a simple stop turn into a nightmare. Why? Because officers write reports. Every interaction is documented. And when a judge or jury reads those reports later, your attitude can make you look like the aggressor, even if you were completely in the right. Real-life example. I once had a client pulled over for a minor infraction. He was frustrated, rolled down his window, and said something rude. The officer noted it in the report. Suspect was hostile and confrontational. In court, that single note made the prosecutor question everything else he said, even statements that were completely factual. The smart move? Stay calm, stay respectful, and be firm. You don't need to argue, debate, or justify yourself. Your goal isn't to win a personality contest. It's to protect your rights and your record. Even when you feel like the officer is in the wrong, don't escalate. A respectful, composed tone communicates two things. You know your rights, and you're not giving them a reason to escalate or misinterpret your behavior. Pro tip, if the officer becomes aggressive, don't mirror them. Stay calm, record if legal in your state, and insist politely on your rights. Remember, your attitude can make or break how the situation unfolds legally.
Listen, knowing your rights can save you from a nightmare you don't even see coming. If you found this video eye-opening, hit that subscribe button right now. I'm dropping real, no BS legal tips every week. Things lawyers know, but most people don't. Don't miss out on the next video, where I'll show you the craziest legal tricks police are allowed to use against you and exactly how to protect yourself. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay smart. Your rights are worth it.